Hi guys and welcome back again to the Tech YouTube channel. In front of us stands the brand new addition to the SilverStone's Precision series of computer cases, the PS11B-Q. As you can notice over here, there are two models. One has a honeycomb mesh on the front and the top, plus a windowed side panel, while the other, which we got, has a uniformed front panel and a usual covered surface, closed side panels and top. Going around the box, you will see a specification readout for the case, most important information being that this is a ATX case above all, and a drawing of the inner layout for this particular model with all its specific hardware features pointed out. We pull the case out of the box, and beside it for the accessories you'll get of course the user manuals and some screws and zip ties and a promotional pamphlet from SilverStone with their portfolio of products in it. Going back to the case, you can see that we are witnessing that classic SilverStone clean and simple design philosophy that we very much like. On the front we have a metal-like cover, which looks like it's made out using brushed aluminum, but unfortunately it isn't, it's just plastic. Other than that, the case is for the most part made out of metal and it's pretty light. At the top half you can see a nice glossy and mirror-like strip going across with the SilverStone logo on it, two 5.25-inch drive bays, and the usual front panel goodies like power on and reset button, activity LEDs, two USB 3 ports, and a microphone in and audio out jacks. Bottom left and right sides of the front panel partially hide intake holes for the fresh air to come in, and since we are using this perspective, you can notice that panels are protruded a little bit on both sides, and you will see later on why. Backside reveals the usual suspects, cutout for the power supply, 7 PCI expansion slots, rubber holes for water cooling tubing, I/O cutout, and an installation spot for a 120mm fan. Taking the side panels off is pretty easy using the thumb screws, which latch onto the hole so you don't lose them. By removing the both side panels, we took a more detailed look of the inner layout, which turned out to be rather spacious considering that this is a rather usual sized case. On the right portion of the case you can see the drive cage for up to 3.5-inch drives with toolless installation, and right above it a spot for 2.5-inch drive, and above that, hidden below the 5.25-inch drive bay, you can see another 2.5-inch drive bracket. In between that you can see an empty space which will accommodate longer graphics card, and they will be cooled off with this pre-installed 120mm fan. The 5.25-inch drive bay is also toolless, and if you don't need it you can easily remove it. Moving a bit left to the main compartment, the motherboard tray has a big cutout for back access in case you need to change the CPU cooler, just enough cable management holes around it, especially on the sides and on the bottom. Down there you can also see a rubber padding for the power supply, and next to it a spot for the 120mm fan. On the top there are no installation holes for the fans, but rather a sound insulation padding, and parallel to that, on the bottom side of the case we have 4 plastic feet and a removable dust filter. The back right side of the case reveals a very limited space for cable management, but that's where the side panels come in. They also have a sound insulation foam padding, and their convex portion will give you just enough space for cables when you close it down, and beside that we also have a lot of cable tie points, which will help you manage that even tidier. The bottom half of the front panel can be easily pulled off for accessing the screw points for installation of the up to two 120mm fans. Although you cannot put or access the fan from that front, you can slide it in from inside of the case by removing the pre-installed fan, or you can relocate that pre-installed fan to the bottom and put the new one above it. Thank you guys once again for checking out our unboxing and preview of the SilverStone PS11B-Q PC case. Feel free to give us a thumbs up if you liked this video, leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course, if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to our Tech YouTube channel, or you can check out our other videos from before.